online now. Welcome back to our class. Today is a student discussion talking about managing information, managing fake news, how to find good information and bad information, how to manage good information, bad information, how to understand good quality, bad quality. We can focus today on the students' interests. Any student's interest, please start texting something in the Facebook or texting something in our chats. Ina can see what you're writing and she can read that to the class. If that goes very slow, what I would like to do, if you want to change, we should focus on managing information and fake news. But this is a different presentation. Several of you met me recently, and I talked about how can you thrive, how can you grow and develop as a student. And so we talked about you must know what you love, must know what are your skills, and you must know, does the world value that to be successful? This is a game to help you identify who you are. Can somebody help me read this? Any volunteers? Talking about volunteers to talk about this or volunteers to talk about fake news. The main focus is fake news. But if you don't want to talk about that, let's start by identifying you. Are you original or are you fake? Are you only living the life that your mom or dad want? Is that a fake life for your parents or is it your real life? So anything related to fake information, fake news, or fake life. Who can help talk or at least read this?
What should I read, Professor?
I heard somebody say professor, but I don't know what they said. Something about...
what should I read?
What I am highlighting. Can you see my screen? Yes. On the computer screen, it talks about a mind map. So you should get a blank piece of paper and write down these main interests. Go ahead, read that.
Write your main interests and characteristics on a blank page, no job titles. Get friends to add words describing you and what you do not like. Then flip the page and ask people to identify what jobs match these characteristics. It'll steer you through life.
Great.
Yeah.
This picture, it was a blank paper when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old. I slowly made this paper with more words. This is still me today. I am a little bit older, maybe one birthday or two birthdays older than 14 years old, but it's still me. This is my characters. This is what I like. This describes me. And so I like helping people. I want to help you guys, even though you're super quiet. And I only know maybe Yi Changhyun. You talk to me on the weekend and in every class you've talked quite a bit. So I know you like Louis Vuitton and I sent you Facebook details today, laughing at you, making jokes about you, trying to help you identify who you are. And so maybe I know a little bit more about one student, but most other students, I only know about you if you talk more. And so this is one way to do it. This is me. I like helping people. I like the human body. I like brains. I like mystery, challenges, fixing things, finding answers. And some people say, this looks like a job. Kim, Jisoo, if you look at this mind map, what job does this look like to you? Does it look like a truck driver? Does it look like a janitor? Does it look like a construction worker? I like,
Looks like a researcher about deep document about
a big document researcher. Okay.
yeah.
I like helping people. Yes. I like challenges. That's research. Yes. I like finding answers and solutions. That's a researcher. Yes. That's a good yes. What about you? Sungjun and Son Jimin. What is another job you see when you see this?
Probably physician.
Probably a doctor, medical doctor, physician. Good. Anybody else see anything else here? Come on,
Writer,
anybody creative? Sorry, a firefighter? You think I'm a firefighter? Is that what you said?
writer,
A writer. Okay, maybe a writer. Good. So these are possible future careers for me. And if you take this paper and do what we are doing now, just change the paper, turn it over, and write what it looks like. When I was 10 years old and 14 years old, many people agree that it looks like I am a physician or a medical doctor, or I actually became a chemotherapist. But I also learned that I don't like dead people, dying people, sad people. So I wrote that down, and then I learned I like more international business and management, education. So these things. So if you do this, writing down your characteristics, it will help identify your future career. It's just a try to have 10 different bottles of soju and write down something, and then get somebody else to guess what does it look like, and it could be fun. After that, take a video if you're drinking 10 bottles of soju, because I want to see. The idea is that you can go on to the next level. If people are still quiet today, I'm going to put you into groups, and I want you to practice identifying if you are fake or if you are real. So if we go through this, what this is talking about is personal planning. If you open this file, let me make sure that you have this file. I'm going to put this into our chat group. And for everybody here, everybody can go through, and on slide number 6, there is an activity. You can click on this personal planning, and it will tell you ideas to help identify if you are fake or if you are real. So I'm going to copy that and put that up here. This is a file, just what we were talking about. And here is a good, many people are starting to look at this personal planning. Oops, not student tips. It's supposed to be personal planning we're supposed to be copying. So I'm trying to copy that. Here it is. So if you go through and open this link, you will see this is a file. It's 141 pages. You don't have to read everything, but it was designed for universities in England and university education in East Asia for personal and professional development to help you be more strategic with your life. So it's a whole executive MBA study pack, and it talks about suggestions for what you can do. and activities, what you can do to do personal development and professional development. And so if we go through it, here is an example. Where is it here? Starts at so slides about slide 15. Yes. So if we look through this, one thing is go through, you can produce an ongoing personal development plan, and this will talk to you about how. And you can go through, the easiest thing is you just write down what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, what are your threats, just around you. Almost everybody knows this. This is the SWOT analysis. Very basic, very simple, but many people think this is boring. So to make it more interesting, you can go to this next level. And this is for your personal development plan. You can go through and identify what do you need to learn or what do you need to develop to get your life dream, to get your goals. Next, how does what you need to learn and develop support the company you want to work with? Some people forget, if you want to be successful, your personal interest should overlap what your work interest is. So this will help you with that. Next, can I hear from, how about Minkyu? Can you read this learning styles inventory? Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Can you read that, please?
Learning style inventory. Educations have long realized that we learn in different ways. One widely used.
Go ahead, keep going. I was going to interrupt, but I love it then you're talking. So Moon Taekyun, you keep me shut up, okay? And if he's going to talk or anybody else is going to talk, you make sure I am mute.
Okay.
Go ahead, keep going. Min-kyu.
One widely used categorization of different learning styles in that provided by Honey and Moonford. They identify for different characters with quite different preferred learning styles, the activities, the
blah, 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 the reflector and theorist.
And,
the
yes.
details are not important. Thank you. The only thing that is important here is that there are many ways to learn. How many of you had your mother or father or a teacher tell you that there are different ways to learn? I guess all of you had no choice. You just had your mother and father kick your butt, send you go to school and listen to your teacher and do it. Just shut up and do it. And you don't realize if your teacher has a different learning way and you have a different learning style, you're going to hate class. And so one popular way is to have an activist learning style. Another way is pragmatist, like a realist learning style. Another one is to reflect, think back about what happened learning style. Another one is a theorist. Think about what is the theory of something. That's a different learning style. If you have that different learning style from your teacher or mother, you will have lots of problems. So this whole file, it's like that. It will identify who you are. Are you this style of learning or this style of communicating or this style of personality, this style of career? All of those things you should learn. And this file talks about that. For example, if you are a pragmatist, don't ask me how to spell that after we change this paper because I never use this word. This English sucks. But it says if you are a practical person. Yeah, I'm practical. This word is not practical. I don't use this word, but I am a very practical person and I like to solve problems. So far, this sounds like me. And I enjoy experimenting to improve techniques. Yes, this is me. You frequently come up with the answer to a problem. Yeah, that's me. Your only interest in theories is to see if they work in practice. So I don't really like theories about ideas unless it works. Yeah, that sounds like me. You dislike situations if there's no clear practical outcome. So yeah, if I talk to people, if I go to a party and people are chit-chatting, but it's only bullshit chit-chat and nothing is developing, nothing practical, I go crazy. So maybe this is my style. And it says you learn well. You are expected to make practical decisions. You are simulations and case studies. So I like this style. So you could say, I am a pragmatist learning style type of guy. And then this is a different style. This is a different style. This is a different style. And then we have more information about it. And we can keep going through it. You don't need to read everything. Here's page 35. And it keeps talking about how to manage people, how to talk to people, how to give a PPT, how to give a presentation. And there's comics too. So if you look through this, this is talking about how you can develop. One thing that it also talks about is after you identify your personality, after you identify your learning style, after you identify your communication style, and maybe your career style, then to develop, you need to have plans. If you don't write down plans, you might think for a short time, then you will forget it and not do anything. And so you need to have a coach. Min Q, are you a sports player? Do you have any coach now?
What?
Do you play sports?
Yes.
Do you have a coach now?
I'm not coach.
You are now. Congratulations. Today, you got a promotion. You are a coach from somebody else in this group. So we have the sign up group, and you should see what people are interested in. Find anybody else. You see their contacts, you see their email, send some other people information. Be the coach. If you are reading some comic book or watching a video and it's interesting related to culture difference or videos in social media, send it to that person. Okay?
Make a group. Make a group.
The whole class is a group. You can be a coach for 30 people. You can start with 1 or 2, but try any. Usually the first time you join a team, your teammates suck. So just try communicating with anybody to start, and maybe after week 4 or after week 5, then you can decide about a group. But for now, there's no rules. Anything is okay. Talk to as many people as possible. Understand?
Yes.
So start being that coach. Where is it here again? Oops, what just happened? Where did that file go? Maybe back here? Here it is, yes. So there's, everybody needs a coach to develop, and you also need a counselor, and you need a mentor. So learn who you are, learn your learning style, learn your communication style, and learn about coaching, learn about counseling, and learn about mentoring. Try to get all of those. Try to mentor somebody else. Even if you don't know something, when you try to teach somebody else, you learn a lot more. So even if you don't know what you're talking about, tell something to somebody else and it will help you get practice and learn. Like Moon Tae-gyun, you were saying you don't know what to say. That's okay. Lie to me. I'm not going to take marks away. So by saying anything, you will get practice. And we can keep going through it. It talks about this is some ways to coach. Here's how you can coach. This is one way you can practice, have fun to be a coach for a day, how to meet people. What are some tools you can use? There's lots of different examples to explain. You don't have to read all of this. Here is also skills learning and counseling. After you try coaching, then try counseling somebody. Maybe you have a student in this group that says, wow, the professor in this class is a real headache. The professor is really annoying. Can you help me deal with this professor? And you can practice counseling for the other person. Does anybody know how to counsel? What is the difference between a coach and a counselor? Any ideas? Can somebody guess? Bullshit me. What is the difference, do you guess, between a coach and a counselor? Just guess. Any ideas? Okay. Kim, Jaehyun, your turn to guess. What is your guess about what is the difference between a coach and a counselor?
I think coaching is advise others, and counseling is listen and talk about their worry things. Maybe.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now your turn. Kim, Jaehyun, you pick another classmate and we'll ask the same question.
I have to pick.
Pick
Oh my-
some classmate, yes.
Kim Ji-ju, please talk about this.
I think the counseling is more formal than coaching. Yeah.
More formal. They wear a suit when they're counseling and they go naked when they're coaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn to pick one of your classmates.
문태균.
Oh, why? What should I say? What should I answer? What kind of answer? The difference between of coaching and counseling.
Yes.
Coaching is the veteran teaches the newbies, just like a sport or any general means. But counseling is like it's a counselor. If students have any anxious or worries, then listen together and give some advice and answers to the students who are worried about that problem things.
Good. Chun, Hedin, your turn to guess. How is a counselor different than a coach?
Counselor is more understanding others' feeling, but coach is more like achieve more or give advice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if I repeat what you said, a counselor listens and says, tell me more. But a coach says, do it. So yes, that's exactly what this paper is talking about. So a lot of people make a mistake when you are trying to help somebody else, like counseling. If somebody is usually very stressed, a lot of time what they want is just to get the stress off, just to say something to get the energy out. So a counselor just says, just to get them to keep talking and let them keep saying bullshit, whatever they want. But a coach will take anything they're doing and just push them to do more, push them to try to do better. So try that in class. I want to hear more of you as a minimum saying, if I talk, I want to hear Sa Sungjun, or you know, oh, you know, tell me, yes. So I don't think I'm talking to myself. And even better, I want more people to try coaching. Just say anything. Don't forget, Donald Trump, for the last 4 years, he was like the world coach, controlling a lot of the world. And everybody knows he didn't know what he was talking about, but he said it anyway. So copy him. Moon Taekyun, are you about to say something?
What kind of say something? Anything?
It's up to you. I hope you guys can talk lots. Yes. So here is an activity about how you can develop counseling. Here's another situation. For example, you're supposed to go through, read these 5 paragraphs, and then try to match one. So for example, you read this paragraph, and then that's situation A, B, C, situation D, E, and then you try to match. Does situation A match here, or does it match B, or does it match situation C? So you just match these. Basically, you just, say A matches, A equals 3, or number 3 equals 5. Match these together, and that will help identify your coaching and counseling abilities. And so at the end, you will go through and you record all of your response. Is your response an E, I, S, P, or is it 1, 2, 3? You record that. And at the end, if you write down how many E's you have and how many numbers, that will tell you your coaching style, counseling style, your personal characteristics and abilities, your learning style, communication style. It helps you learn you. Many of you have been living your life as a fake, maybe. I hope you can catch me and tell me, Sean, you're lying. Stop lying. And so I'm going to keep being crazy. Many of you are fake because you're living the life that your teacher tells you, do this, and you're not arguing. Or you're living the life that your mom says, do this, study this, and you don't argue. And so you're living your mom's junior life, not your life. So any comment about that? What about Kim Yunso? Are you fake? How many times did you argue with your mom or your teacher and change their mind?
Sir.
30 times?
No.
So many times you argue with your teacher? Oh shit. Does that mean you're going to argue with me?
Just sometimes.
Sometimes, at least sometimes. Do you agree, Miss Kim, that many people, especially many young people, especially in Korea, will do only what their mother says or the teacher says, even if they're not happy? Is that popular in Korea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so does it make sense if I say many people maybe don't know who you are? Many people might be fake. So try to learn who you are. Okay, and this paper will show you there's a lot of information. You don't have to read everything. There's guidelines about how to do things. There's lots of information. And this is, wow. I went through many and it's still only page 76. There's 141 pages of helping you learn how to learn who you are. Many pages teaching you how to talk, how to communicate, how to present, how to live your life. So if we go back to this is easy. If you click on personal planning, you can see that. And there's actually an assignment. If you care, this assignment is what many people pay a lot of money for personal and professional development. So you go through and you identify ways to evaluate your personal skills, your professional skills. How can you conduct a skills audit to identify what is your learning style, or how is your personal development plan? So this will help you do that. You don't have to do that in my class. You only have 2 requirements in my class. Dongyong, how are you today?
I'm fine. And
What
you?
I'm bored of listening to myself. I want other people to talk more. So can you tell me, what are the 2 assignments I am giving you? Even though I'm showing you hundreds more things you can do, there's only 2 things you have to do for class. What is that?
Presentation and term project.
Right. That's it. You don't even have to come to class. You don't have to talk to me ever. And you could still pass the class. But if you do come to class, I hope you'll argue with me. Don't be fake. So today, I would like you guys to go through and understand, this is one file you can take a look at. This idea here you can take a look at. You can go through and identify yourself if you want. And this idea of humanmetrics.com or 16personalities.com, I want you to start going through that. I want you in groups to just talk. Many of you, we have, how many students? We have 31 people in our group today. I guess many of you, you don't know each other very well. So you will be in a group with strangers. Good. Start talking to strangers. Use this as practice. It will be uncomfortable, but do it anyway, because I want you to bullshit. I mean, I want you to talk. So practice by introducing yourself, especially go through and identify this. What weekly topic do you like? What term project is interesting? And all of the weekly topics, they're listed here. So go through those. Any questions so far?
Professor,
Yes.
can I ask your MBTI?
You are you sure? You ask me, and I'm going to be telling you so much stuff, you're probably going to have headaches. Just a second, my computer is going slower than me as an old man. This file here is, are you sure? You ask me my personality, my MBTI. How much information do I have? I think it is 58 pages of who I am. Ha ha, you asked the wrong question. So if we go through it, there's many links. This will teach you. Can you see my screen okay? I don't know who asked me. So I am 2 types at the same time. I am an INTJ and I am an ENTJ. And so what the internet says, what Google says is, I'm a mastermind. Maybe you understand what that means, but it will talk about codes. It says I am SE and I'm TE and I'm NI and FI. The first time you have no idea, you don't understand what this is. If you read more and you keep checking Google, you keep checking Scopus articles, you will see that SE generally stands for sensing. I can sense a situation. I can sense the feeling. I can sense the facts. I am actually an extroverted sensing. And TE is talking about thinking. And there's extroverted thinking. And then NI is talking about intuition. I'm an introverted intuition. And because this triangle is the biggest, I am actually more of an introvert than I am an extrovert. Anybody understand what that means? Somebody should be saying, that sounds like a lie, Professor. You keep talking all the time. You must love talking to people. Anybody want to call me a liar or guess what is the meaning of introvert or what is the meaning of extrovert?
Maybe you like to live alone.
I like to live long. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. It could be. What's another guess? Let's get like 3 or 4 guesses.
The introvert. What does it mean, the introvert?
Are you asking me a question
no,
or are
no,
you
no,
going
no.
to answer?
I'm going to answer that. So introvert is like very shy person, and extrovert personality is like you, sir, really extrovert, sir.
Okay.
I'm really introvert. You're
But-
really extrovert.
So this actually is my style. This says I am most an introvert. So are you calling me a liar? Are you calling Google a liar? So you say, that's full of shit. The professor, he talks all the time. He must be an
Yeah.
extrovert.
Yeah.
Well, the truth is I don't like talking. The truth is I actually like learning and listening and then solving problems more than talking. Actually, when I'm in class with you guys, it's really hard for me because I talk almost all the time. I want you to talk more. Please help me. Seriously, I don't like talking.
So that's why I'm keep talking. I'm keep conversing.
Thank you. I love you. So Kim Chae-hun, in my computer screen, you are right beside Kim Tae-hun. And do you agree that he is talking quite a lot today? So I should be kind to him? Do you agree I should be kind to him? How many bonus points should I give him? 0.0001 or 1
Thank you,
or
sir.
2?
How grateful, sir.
What do you think, Ms. Kim?
Professor, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you have a chance to give your classmate extra points and you're saying nothing? Moon Tae-kyun, he's going to kick your ass. He's going to hate you. Oh my gosh. What about you, Uno? Your turn. How much did Moon Tae-kyun talk today? How much bonus points should we give him? Nothing? The same as Kim Chae-hun says? I don't know. He doesn't deserve anything.
He might deserve some bonus points.
Okay, 0.00000001.
No.
Can you, like in life, you have to be specific.
More, maybe 2.
2 points. Holy shit. So Moon Tae-kyun, he's going to marry you. Be careful. You better tell him you either have a relationship or you're not interested in him because he's going to love you. You just gave your classmate 2 bonus points. Thank you very much. Now, you, Uno, do you want bonus points?
Yeah.
And talk more. Get your classmates to talk more. Manage people more. Changhyun, where are you? You're supposed to be one of the class leaders. Get your classes to talk more. If you can get them to talk, I will give you more points. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to answer the question. I don't know who asked me, who am I? Whoever that is, that's a good question. I'm going to tell you, after I tell you, I'm going to put you into some groups, and then you must introduce yourself. Introduce the weekly focus you like, introduce the term project focus you like, just practice saying anything. So we have identified I am usually an introvert, which means it's not that I'm shy, it's I like to keep inside my head. I like thinking a lot more than just talking. Before I talk, usually I think of many different things about what I'm going to say before I talk. Like today, our focus is fake news, but I've already taught you many things about fake news, and I've given you many videos about fake news, right? And you know in here This is a video that's teaching you. This is a whole video, YouTube video about me teaching fake news information. I'm not going to waste your time with that. Uh-oh, where did we just go to? Where's the fake news? I need to close some of these. Too many are open. So the idea is you can introduce yourself, your weekly interest. Why do you have that weekly interest? And why do you have that term project interest? Say as much as possible so your classmate knows who you are. Maybe you're going to piss off your classmate, or like Moon Taekyun is going to fall in love with you, Uno, because he said something that was interesting to him. So try to say anything. You can't lose points, right? And because we're all living online, there's no problem getting diseases or doing relationships. It's all on the internet. There's no problem. You can say anything, no problem. So if we go back to me again. Oops, where? Oh, here it is. Nope. Damn, where was that other presentation I was just talking about? I've got too much open. What was that last file I was just going through showing you guys? So many files open. Anyway, for the strategies, where is it again? So you can introduce yourself for the weekly topic. You can introduce yourself for the term project. No, this is my CV. You guys are not interested in seeing my resume, right? Here it is. This is the what? No, that's not it either. I thought I had a file open. Oh, here it is. Sorry. So I was introducing myself, and this is information about myself. Somehow it got closed and it's going slow. Yes. So again, who these people are. My character, my personality is I love to strategize. I love to make a strategy to help you develop. I actually am very much this. I am not an alcohol addict. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a football or soccer addict. I am addicted to developing people or companies. And I've been doing it for many years. If you tell me about you, I will be addicted to try to help develop you. So I love to strategize that. And I hate inefficiency. So if we have 30 people together and only one person talking, that's very, very inefficient. I hate that. I hate it when I'm the only one talking. I like it when more people are working. So if we work more in groups. And who's the last person to talk? Who's at the bottom of the list today? Cho Sebin, you again. Are you still there, Cho Sebin? Are you in class today, Cho Sebin?
Yes.
Great. Can you read this bottom part in orange? What does that say?
Enjoy respectful debate.
So now guess, bullshit me. What do you think that means? How does it relate to you and your life, or a class?
Oh. Maybe I don't know what you say.
Okay, can somebody help her? Cho Sebin, can you pick one of your classmates? Who is a classmate? And they will, anybody, identify what does it mean? I enjoy respectful debate.
I think enjoy sharing ideas. That is, yeah.
Yes, good. And what else? Somebody else. Anybody else in class? Kim Jisoo. Can you add to it? What does it mean when you hear somebody says, I like respectful debate?
It means the sharing ideas with good attitude.
Sharing ideas with good attitude. Yeah, basically, I get happy when you argue with me. As long as you're polite and politely tell me to shut up, I'll be very happy. The best class I ever had was by doing that. So I want you seriously to argue with me and debate with me. Today, we're focused on the idea of fake news. And so if you talk about fake news or talk about how you are fake, that would be something that would help the class. So it would help me. And I'll give you many bonus points just for telling me to shut up or telling me I'm wrong or telling me I'm a liar. So try to be strong. Try to practice with me because I can't fire you. Do that before you get a job where your boss can fire you. So try to argue with me. In the workplace, it says my ideal job and what do I prefer? I prefer a variety of tasks. What do I value? I value achievements, getting results. I am often found in science, computers, law. I work with social science. I work with information management. I teach a lot of intellectual law and business law. So yeah, that is me. And so if you go through and you identify your types, like this human metrics or 16 personalities, that will be good. So I'm about to put you into groups now. And when you're in the group, what do you have to do?
Talk about our personalities.
Right. For example, talk about what?
I'm an introvert person. I have a personality. I'm introvert. Or I'm hanging out with my friends. Well,
good. What else can we talk about?
Talk about what are you going to present about weekly topics and term projects like that.
Yes, these things here, try to talk about that so you can introduce yourself to these other guys in class, this yellow area, and try to just practice. Everyone must be specific. Several of you did not write yourself down here. So you must email the TA or email me or text us, and we will write you down here. And examples, everyone has this file, right? If you go to Managing Culture Outline, you can see this. And these are examples which you should try to have. So great. I'm going to put you into groups now. Any questions before we get into the breakout rooms? Going once. It says we have 31 people here. How big of a breakout rooms do you want? Do you want 6 people in a room, 5 people in a room, 7 people in a room? How many people do you want in a group?
Beside professor, you can tell them that decide when they want to present.
Right. They're supposed to go through and do that. That is column C. No comments for how big you want for a group? Okay. I'm putting you into a group of 6 people each. Please start.
Professor.
Yes.
The list, I have 2 names.
You have 2 names?
Yes, here list.
Okay.
3 and 17.
Okay, let's just check. So first of all, number 3, you're Messi 0205?
Yes.
And what was the other one that you are?
17.
Okay, and you already has the promise of peacekeeping. So which one do you want to keep? The international politics or promise of peacekeeping?
Maybe 3, but I'm changing the topic.
So which one do you like to? So international politics is this Better? International politics, the promise of peacekeeping, protecting civilians in civil war, that type of information?
Maybe.
And
Yes.
you want to talk, this is week 11?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
And you are XOXOXO, is that right?
Maybe my phone number better than
phone number and Messi. There you are. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else left in the group that needs to talk to me? Kim Sung-hoon, are you in our group? Are you here? Jung Sayun, are you? No questions from you guys? You guys are in a group, right? For everybody that is slowly back into the group, now we can talk about several things. One thing I want to focus on is who's the biggest mama's boy in the class? And who is the biggest James Dean in the class? Who's the biggest rebel? Who is the biggest original true person in the class? Any votes?
Nobody in about that.
Has anybody given good examples or good information about how you are original, how you are true yourself? What are you interested in? Anybody give a good story you want to share?
I'm gonna share mine.
Great.
First to the primary school, baby to primary school, I was quite, I had to follow my parents' order, but because I was very young and I have no idea what to do, so I need to follow my parents' order. But in the middle school and to high school, I was studying Australia in Brisbane for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to decide myself. So half is my quite like a mama's boy, but half is truly life. Yeah, that's it.
So because you follow your own study topics, you are your own true life.